some of that transition stuff has been happening, and you see the president-elect has been making appointments,
Yeah.
and so those. Then you get to the inauguration, and hopefully that's what we see is what we've seen throughout our history. Never seen a day where by the time of the inauguration, the losing and the outgoing president hasn't conceded. We have never seen that in American history.
So this is history. We are all being, excuse me, we are all having to be a part of this part of history, and it's a sad part of history, if you ask me. What do you think about the Electoral College? I feel like, for one, that maybe that should be dissolved because, I mean, wasn't the Electoral College produced like along the times when they did like the Constitution or something like that, or a little bit after that?
Yeah, and it's early on. I mean, essentially, this is part of there's some real interesting things people need to study and explore. But the Electoral College was there just fundamentally, just in case the people got it wrong because of a charismatic huckster. Then these higher, more mature delegates would be able to discern the difference of the popular will versus the good of the nation. And so that was the kind of way where the electors technically could vote for who they're supposed to follow the will of the general vote, but they could vote in a different way if they felt that there was a threat to the republic. So there's an interesting thing about that. Nowadays, there are laws on the books, and each state has their own laws. This is state by state, but the electors generally are obligated to following the outcome of the general votes in the popular votes of their states, right? And so, but that was the point. Now, is it obsolete? Is it something that we need to revisit? I feel like part of our democratic experiment is to continuously think about how to improve. So everything should be fair game with respect to improving our nation and our operations. But essentially, that was what it was put in for. It was part of a stabilizing mechanism.
I'm just saying, and I'm going to just make it's a small little blatant fact here. I guarantee if the guys were alive now, okay, that wrote the preamble, that wrote the Constitution with a feather, they would probably be like, yo, bro, y'all ain't changed this shit up yet? We wrote this with a feather. Just saying. There's some things on the Constitution that needs to be updated. Just a little bit. And I think the Electoral College is one of those things. I just feel like it's kind of obsolete now because of the amount of population in so many different states that get undercounted or undermined simply because they're not a part of this Electoral College. And you have these other smaller states with these other smaller populaces that get to decide the fate of all of these large cities.
Well, that's part of that. But that's part of the balance in terms of the compromise of the sharing of power. I mean, you're exactly right. So that technically New York and California, and then you add major cities in all of the states, at least the 10 other big major cities. Technically, you're going to be able to dominate every election, right? But that's part of the difference between making sure that we have representation and the ability for the minority to not get crushed. Now, turn that on its head, right? Because we're talking about cities having such a population versus the middle of the country's states and cities where they could technically dominate with sheer numbers. Well, the cities have this majority population, but if you turn it all around and you think about racism and you think about white supremacy and you think about political power, well, the nature of protecting the minority group from the tyranny of the majority is what was written in the Federalist Papers. That's partly why it's complicated, right? There are balances because you don't want the tyranny of the majority. You want to be able to have the diversity of voices, even if they're not as numerous and you want to be able to have them matter. So it doesn't always land in the way that makes people favorable, and there are certainly things we need to revisit, but that's the kind of idea behind some of those mechanisms. But you could also see the nature of the foresight of how complicated things were then versus now, and some of those things still matter because we don't want to be dominated by, and think about in Alaska. Think about where you have diversity, where you have different populations and sheer numbers. The ability to have the diversity of people and smaller groups of what we call minority groups represented, that's part of where these compromises come in.
Yeah. Man, so many moving parts. If you're just joining us, the Honorable George Martinez, George 2021 is his website. He is running for mayor.
Yes, indeed.
Of Anchorage. Anything you want to say to the folks out there that are listening kindly, intently, and would like to know a little bit about who George is?
Well, I mean, there's always something to say. You know that. We're never at a loss for that. But I just want to, you've been having these conversations with people and just no matter what range of subject that you talk about, what's really important is that people recognize that they have power. No matter what they think about the world around them, recognizing the power of that individual self to begin to make the difference by changing what you want to see in your own life, right? And so, I just encourage people to recognize that even when I run for mayor, and I'm talking about resetting and rebuilding and rebounding Anchorage, and I'm bringing us stronger and more prosperity, I'm also recognizing that that's not that the government is going to do that. And me as the future mayor of the city and a hopeful mayor, it's not that it's something that you should expect the mayor's office to make happen. What you should expect is that as a mayor, I will come outside and help bring people to the place where we could make tomorrow better, because individuals have that power to make the difference. And so I want to empower individuals, the entrepreneurs of our city, and the people that don't feel like they've ever been heard, they feel like they've been left out. I want you to know you have a voice, you have a power, and that you're already on my team. Now we're just going to make the link, visit the website, George 2021, and I got your back, and we're going to walk together, and we're going to be able to bring people together to roll sleeves up and move Anchorage forward.
Mm-hmm. That's my dog right there. Just saying. George Martinez. Bro,
yes, indeed.
We appreciate you coming on the Playhouse. We appreciate you being a part of this community for so many years. We appreciate you being a part of the show for so many years and kind of putting up with our craziness and being there for us and, just being you, brother. We appreciate everything that you do. Good luck. Even though luck is where opportunity meets preparation.
That's right.
I don't think luck is needed here because the opportunity is here, and I wholeheartedly believe that you are more than prepared. George Martinez.
Ready on day one. Ready on day one. Let's go.
That's what it is. George 2021. Thank you, George, for being on the show. Playhouse Live TV.
All right, brother. I'll see you next week.
We'll see you soon.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, man. I'm enjoying the show tonight. You having a good time or what, Jay? KJ. Oh, sorry. Your mic's not up. What'd you say?
I said, I think you got it muted.
No, it's not muted. Let me see. It's funny because he'll call, and I'm like, yo. Let's get Haywood on the line. Haywood just asked, did we lose the stream?
What?
Did we lose the stream? I don't think so.
It still says live.
No, we're still going. I think the stream's going.
I'll check.
We've got to get our next guest on the show.
Oh, who's the next guest?
Oh, our next guest. One of my other favorite DJs. He is actually my most favorite DJ in the state of Alaska.
Oh.
And that is no hate to the rest of the DJs. Okay? I got love for B1, that's my dog. Got love for Covey. Yeah. Covey, that's you. I know I said Covey. Covey. DJ Covey.
While you waiting to get
a lot of love for all these guys. So, but by hands down, Ike is my number one. That's my go-to. I think he is about to log on here. I'm just waiting on it to pick up, I think, or whatever. But while we're waiting on him, what do you got, buddy?
Hey, so I just read a story here like 30 seconds ago.
Oh, geez.
So right now we're on Twitch. Okay, Twitch is a gaming platform.
Okay.
And there was an article that there was a 6-year-old Call of Duty kid who was on his way to win a championship to be part of this like highly recognizable group.
Okay.
It's called the Fez Clan. It's basically a bunch of gamers, and they're very, very popular. They have a huge following. Anyways, the 6-year-old was playing, and right in the middle of the live stream, the gaming company cut him. They deleted his account. They deactivated him.
What?
And a lot of the hype right now, a lot of the speculation, because nobody's come out and said anything, but the speculation is that he was 6 years old, and you're supposed to be over 18. But here's where they're fighting back by saying that if a parent or guardian approves it and it's their account, why would you cut it off? Now, Twitch didn't cut off his stream. He still has his Twitch stream.
Right.
But Activision, who does Call of Duty, cut him. And he was right in the middle of a match for I believe what the article said was a championship to be part of this Fez Clan.
Wow.
And it shows the video on his father's Twitter account, and it's sad because the kid realizes what's going on, realizes he's been cut, and then he starts crying and falls into his dad's arms.
Oh.
Like,
and he's there. He could win this thing.
His dad was sitting right next to him. His dad watches him play. His dad monitors him play. It's not like he's letting the boy go do his own thing. The father's being the father. He's doing the right thing. But,
right, he's there with him.
Yeah, he's there with him. But Activision hasn't been able to come out for a comment. I mean, this just happened, I think, within the last 24 hours. So we got to see what's going on.
Hey, that is a crazy story.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's unfortunate. We got to go live, though, to, like I said, my favorite hip-hop DJ in the state. My favorite hip-hop DJ. Well, actually, I won't even call him a hip-hop DJ because he's just a DJ. This dude could spin hip-hop. This brother could spin gospel. Okay, Jesus.
What?
He could spin soul, rhythm, and blues.
We ready? You ready to bring him in?
I'm talking to you, Ike Cuts. Ladies and gentlemen, that's DJ Ike Cuts.
What's happening, y'all? How y'all doing?
Ike, I like the San Fran hat, bro. I see you.
You know I got to represent for all my Bay Area brothers and my homeboy that lost his life the other night on the highway. You know what I mean?
Oh, no.
He loves San Francisco.
No. Who you talking about?
Yeah,
One of the
brother, the Ava
boys. Oh, man. That hurt my heart to hear that.
But also rest in peace to Rock, too. You know what I mean? I love that brother. He awesome chess player. But anyway, Don, what you got going on over there?
Man, we just having the show, brother. We got everybody been coming on. We had EC on. I know you probably over there with him now already, huh?
Look at this weird ass. EC, say
hi. We had EC on the show talking about his Pornhub. I mean his
OnlyFans.
His OnlyFans page. Know you heard about that.
I heard about it.
You won't be subscribing.
Make some money off of that.
Hey.
I mean, he's a full-blown character, so I don't see why he don't.
He just missing multicolor, man. He needs to be in cartoons, bro. EC is something else.
He need to go ahead. He need to go ahead and put that black eyeliner on and put on them high heels. Then he in the game.
Wow. Are you talking about Chichilonga? Huh? You talking about Chichilonga? Don't talk about Chichilonga like that, my friend. No. I just had to check in with you. We had DJ B1 on the show a little while ago. B1 did his bucket list challenge, Ike. And
that's what's up.
I feel like he did a good job.
Awesome.
You know, his bucket list is to do stand-up comedy. That's what we want to do on the show. It's the bucket list challenge. So if you got a bucket list, we want to challenge you to do that on the show in front of everybody. So whatever your bucket list is, if it's in front of somebody or not, we're going to put you on the show and let you fulfill your own bucket list challenge. Everybody got their own bucket list. Ike, what's your bucket list? You got one. I know probably got a few.
I only got one, and I can't do it on the air, but when I turn 50, I want to jump out a plane.
Okay. Some Will Smith shit.
Yeah.
Big Willie style. I was about to do that with the Blue Angels.
No, you wasn't.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was. I was what you call a
You was about to jump out of the
Hush
plane
up,
with the Blue
girl.
Angels.
with the Blue Angels, but then something happened and they sent it down the line. Was like, yeah, they're not going to do tandem. Oh,
See,
they
what
weren't going to do tandem jumps
What had happened was
that day because the weather was bad. The weather was bad, man. What you smoking on, Ike?
Boy, Don, you like your little effects you got going on there.
It's all about making the theater. Okay?
Well, let's hear it again.
Which one you want? Oh, hold up. I actually got one
like
just for
you.
I know, but hey, look, I got this one just for you, Ike, okay? Just for you. Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't